guys, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent. Welcome to the channel. We try to talk about the newest, hypest, coolest stuff, that games that we can play together, experiences that we can share together. So you want to join my Discord if you want to play with me, but today we're talking about Ashes of Creation. And I just got to say thanks so much for those who actually are putting up their videos on YouTube for Creative Commons. So none of this footage is actually captured by me. I did not play this game. I just want to let y'all know that I did not literally play this game. It costs like $500 to play this game, and only select influencers are allowed to play this game. Select influencers, even if I have the same number of subscribers as someone else, but I tend to be more critical. So someone like Lazy Peon or Kira TV, they just so you know, those content creators who are playing these games do actually have monetization incentive to sugarcoat and pull some punches with their criticisms. So just, you know, a grain of salt all around. Just keep that in mind, guys. All these people have like this pseudo debatable like pyramid scheme-ish sort of, it's not really a pyramid scheme, but they do basically get a kickback if you sign up with their links. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Not for me though, just me. Nope, this is just me raw. I'm just gonna shit my pants here. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. I don't care about being professional in this video, especially seeing what I've seen with this game, but I do kind of want to start off on a good note. So let's go ahead and let's just start out with the hype. Cool game, cool game, cool stuff. MMO, sieges, giant boss fights. All right, it's you know, the tests are showing everything that I just really wanted. Finally, some actual MMO gameplay. You know, that's really all I fucking want, guys, is just show me hundreds of people slapping each other in the face with magic, swords, I don't care. And also, you know, giant monsters. Show us hundreds of people, you know, at least 40 people fighting a big-ass fucking monster. And then that's what we got. So a lot of the footage you guys are going to see is going to be big-ass dragons doing big-ass attacks, big-ass sieges on big-ass castles, and that's what it's all about, right? We play MMOs for what is that word? What is that? Massive multiplayer gameplay. That's what it's all about, baby. So anyways, I'm pretty excited about that. Any game that has those features, cool. But now let's talk about the execution of that, how it all just appears visually. That's what we're gonna talk about first. And you guys can see, you know, I mean, just literally any video on YouTube of Ashes of Creation from like almost the beginning of time basically has had rampant comments. I'm talking like on Reddit, different forums, people reacting to it, like, you know, in videos like mine, in the comments, everywhere. Basically, dude, this game just, it kind of just looks thrown together, doesn't it? And I know it's like beating a dead horse at this point. And it's like, well, that's like the final parts of development and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't agree. I've never agreed with that philosophy. You know, it kind of makes sense in websites, maybe, possibly some app designs. But when you are a video game and the visuals are a part of the user experience and the literal gameplay, no, I think it's starting to kind of be a bad thing that, you know, I really don't like how consumers are championing this, like, aspect of development either. Like, oh, it's okay that it looks like garbage until it's released, and then it is garbage, and then, you know, whatever, fuck it. But, yeah, no, it's just multiple trailers. I mean, like, basically every video, everyone has had this complaint that the art style is not very cohesive, that the characters don't fit in the world. Everything just kind of looks a little off. It's like Uncanny Valley somehow. And, yeah, that's probably because they are just, like, they're literally just throwing together this MMO. I genuinely think, I've always thought that it was the literal truth in the Kickstarter. And then ever since then, they've tried to hone in their art style, make it prettier, more clean. And sure, you know, I actually, you know, I have to say, I'm kind of getting that vibe. There are some abilities where I'm like, nice, that looks pretty good, but there's still such an amount of noise in a genre that noise is literally like one of the biggest problems. And also just like the visuals and the visual feedback is the biggest problem inside of MMOs. So too much visual noise and not enough impact with what we actually get on the screen. So an example of that is Elder Scrolls Online. It's too floaty. It just looks too floaty and it ruins the combat for too many people. And then another game is Guild Wars 2, which is actually really fucking action-packed, incredibly impactful overall, just in general, mechanical gameplay, literal explosions everywhere. That's the problem. There's too many particle effects. There's too much going on, and they had to even tune down to the graphics, and even then it's still ridiculous. So yeah, you know, it's a problem, and it's a tightrope to walk, I think, especially for this genre. But by now, it's 2021. We should know this. Developers should know this. They should look at, you know, what World of Warcraft did really well, or, you know, some different other titles. You know, like the evolution of Elder Scrolls Online combat and Guild Wars 2, how they've tried to, you know, correct their mistakes and etc. And then we got this game. I'm gonna be honest, this game just looks like this game would have been hype as fuck like 5 years ago. It really would have been. Like if it came out 5 years ago right now, but it's 2021. Okay, we got a new generation of games that are looking amazing. We've had years of experience with MMOs, what they've done wrong, what they've done right. And, this game is supposed to be an answer to MMOs, the problems of MMOs. And it really just seems like they're just kind of tackling on the marketable and the Google search termed, basically the easy problems, which they have not really proven they've solved yet. These are the problems that you will never know they've actually solved until the game comes out, and by then it's too late, they've gotten your money. Actually, in fact, they've already literally gotten your money because all these other monetization schemes, but that's a whole fucking video to be had pretty soon later, maybe. Like a scam, you guys want a scam meter? Like, how scammy is it? By the way, spoiler, it's probably not a scam, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty close. But anyways, Ashes of Creation, just graphically, and graphics do matter, it just kind of looks, it doesn't look old, but it doesn't look new, is all I'm saying. And I think that might be a problem for what is supposed to be the savior of the MMO genre. So yeah, we'll see how they actually tune that up, tighten that up later on. But also, just moving on to the test, because I think a lot of the gameplay kind of speaks for itself. This shit is laggy. We're not playing this game. Don't buy this game. Don't get excited for it. Don't. It's laggy as fuck. Until I see gameplay that's not laggy, no, I'm not gonna even care to play it at all. That is like my biggest pet peeve in games. I rage quit like Warframe, Destiny, a bunch of other games that are like pretty high quality games-ish, but like as soon as there's like latency problems, I don't play almost any fighting game because of that as well. My favorite fighting game is Smash Bros. Yeah, Smash Ultimate fucking sucks online. So no, I don't play it anymore. I don't do that. If I play a game, I want to be in control. I want it to be tight. I want it to be good. And MMOs sometimes actually generally do pretty good, like they're pretty smart about how they handle their packages, they're online. But dude, this game's laggy, alpha, I guess, whatever. So they do need to test that. I'm just saying, if you wanted to buy in early for $500, I'm sorry, you're dumb, don't do it. Even the developer's like, nah, don't do it. But then again, that's like them trying to look like a good guy, and it's like, people are gonna do it anyways. Anyways, so yeah, the game just like the appeal, like of the combat and everything, just isn't even there. Like this game is not fully featured yet, and I don't just mean like all the game modes or the full world. They literally don't even have their most basic class design principles in the game yet either. And you can say, oh, it's alpha, but there's definitely debate of what should be included in an alpha or not. It kind of depends on the company to company, but in general, alpha doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't just mean like a complete blank sandbox and then you're just literally putting together the game for the first time. But then again, I guess we do have giant monster fights, kind of. We do have sieges that they're testing. I guess there might be some questing. We'll see how this game's coming together, but is this really good for an alpha? I don't know. I think depending on your perspective, it could be like, oh, well, it's an ambitious MMO. There's a lot going on, so maybe we'll see. But I don't know. To me, you have to consider how much fucking money this game makes. This game not just made a lot of money, and the developers weren't already very wealthy, but this game is currently still raking in tons of money. And I know you can't just throw money at problems and solve them. I know, I get that. I hear you, I see you, but I'm just saying that AAA game studios do it, and they make games look pretty good generally, I don't know. And then sometimes they don't. Like Elder Scrolls Online at launch was fucking garbage. And it's good now. Don't worry, it is good now. So is Ashes of Creation going to be ready anytime soon? All I can say is no. But will it be ready? I actually really think that this game, it won't stop making money. It won't stop getting attention. And no matter how pessimistic I could be, the thing is even I, who I'm just trying to shit on this game because it's fun. Honestly, I still see potential. And honestly, I just really want to fight giant monsters and then get ganked by like a whole Zerg of a guild and turn around and kill the guild, poop on their corpses and then poop on the dragon, get the sweet loot. Like I just want to be epic as fuck. I want those big epic battles. And Ashes of Creation is one of the very few games that'll actually deliver that. Do you think Final Fantasy XIV is going to do shit like this? No. And I think World of Warcraft has basically said, no, we're going to do that anymore either. We used to do cool shit like that, but not anymore. So it's like really rare that stuff like this happens. So even though, I do think the gameplay speaks for itself, it looks janky, it looks incohesive, it looks awkward. I still think it's like, well, technically we are seeing massively multiplayer gameplay, and that in today's genre, the way it is, maybe that's good enough. But I have definitely said that before. I have said that before with a few other games, such as Bless Online, where it's like, oh man, this dungeon experience looks pretty good, and you know what? That's all we need. We just want some fun dungeons. No, 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 no. We definitely need more, and we're gonna need to see this game really come to life. Right now, we're seeing extreme vertical slices, extremely specific tests that are probably designed for actually promotional purposes. That's why they dropped the NDA, is because they finally have these set pieces ready. But really, just letting players organically play the game is not what's happening. We are not seeing people just organically leveling, organically, forming guilds and doing PvP, organically doing the PvE and stuff like that. People are not organically playing this game right now. That is a big problem. You might be watching these videos and be like, oh shit, there's just raids all the time. Oh shit, people are just fighting giant dragon. No. Fucking no. That's not what's happening. What is happening, even though they're calling it an alpha, and even though it's a public NDA, removed test, that does not mean that it's organic. It is actually, this is all very staged and very marketing, and I just want you all to keep that in mind. So, moving forward, am I excited about Ashes of Creation? This test has me, I was actually leaning more off of the fence of like, oh yeah, no wait, fuck yeah, this game's looking pretty good. Some of the last videos, I was like, okay, I'm jumping on the hype train, I'm jumping off the fence. You know what? I'm back on it. I'm back on the fence. I don't know. It's like, I really don't know. The thing is like, I've just done this for a really long time, and I'm just seeing a lot of red flags. Like, this game just gives so many fucking red flags. In fact, I'm probably going to do a whole video just on the list of red flags this game is giving me. But what I will say, out of all of the other like Kickstarter games and stuff like that, which are nothing but red flags, Ashes of Creation almost feels like it can't fail. But then again, I did say that about Star Citizen. So depending on where they put their money and how they use it, as long as they're not trying to infinitely expand the game and make it way too big for its shoes, you know what? Yeah, fine. Okay, it doesn't have to be the next World of Warcraft. It doesn't have to change the world. Frankly, we just want a good, fun game where we can fight giant dragons, and do world PvP. Even though those games do exist, like Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online, PlanetSide 2, stuff like that, it's just, we do want something new. But I guess in closing, I will say this. Does this game look new to you? Because I've been through a lot of launches of a lot of these games. Guild Wars 2, Season 1, especially World vs. World, was fucking amazing. My first time doing World, PvP and Elder Scrolls Online was fucking amazing. And I'm gonna use that language. I'm sorry, it's colorful. I'm enhancing my sentences. But the thing is like, the first time you play PlanetSide 2, crazy, right? But it's when you actually really play these games, you realize that these systems are pretty light. They're not very supported. Like Guild Wars 2, they don't give a fuck anymore. So it's like, how good is this really? Like this is like the honeymoon period, vertical slice of an alpha. And it's like, all we can see is the potential. That's all we can see. And that is directly the developer's incentive to make you see, because they make money off of your dreams, of your hopes of what this game could be. So give them the money now. Get $500, do the testing. Trust us, this MMO is going to be great. But can you trust them? I don't know. I can't give you that seal of approval right now. And I'm definitely very hesitant to give any seal of approval. But I just gotta say, man, I'm back on the fence. I really don't know. It doesn't make me more excited. I'm still interested, I still am. It's just, I don't know, dude. You barely had any classes in the alpha. You don't have the core, like balancing, the core mechanics of your game actually in the game. And it just seems like you're just trying to show off a little bit. And at the same time, is this really showing off? Is this really as exciting as like when Arcade was coming out, as when Black Desert Online was coming out? Is this really? Are we really so starved that this looks like the next best fucking MMO? Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be entirely honest. If this was coming out around the same, even, 5 years ago, at the same time as a bunch of like Arcade and stuff like that, even if this was coming out at that time, I still would look at this and be like, oh, this looks like a really cool free-to-play MMO. I might play this. Not like one of the highest, most funded fucking MMOs of all goddamn time. That's all I'm saying. So maybe I've become too cynical. Maybe I've played too many MMOs and been burnt out too much, but that is my perspective. And honestly, Ashes of Creation just needs to prove to me. So that's up to you. Does it need to prove to you? Do you feel sold on it? Definitely. I just wanted to give you my more abrupt, I think, like words and my approach, my perspective, because I do want to comment with you guys. I want to have a dialogue with you in the comments below. Maybe you guys can convince me. But I do think that when beta comes around and the class mixing and matching is in, and we actually get to see people just organically playing the game, that's when I'll really be able to judge. And so yeah, in closing, end capping the video, basically what I can say is, clearly, whether you think the game has been in development long enough or not, clearly the game is not actually ready to be reviewed. And that's pretty much it. Everything that I have to say is mostly speculation, but basically criticisms. Yeah, it doesn't look that good. It just, I don't know. It's just, yeah, you know, just it looks whatever. And I think that we need a little bit more spice, a little bit more sex appeal, and I think a little bit more clarity with the art style. Otherwise, you know, everything else can be worked on, I'm pretty sure. I'm just really fucking worried. I don't want another Elder Scrolls Online. I really want like a proper game that people love to actually play, and it doesn't give us motion sickness or make our eyes glaze over or scratch our eyeballs. Like I just want a game that we can live in. And until I see livable, like living, breathing world gameplay, then, which this game is totally selling itself on, you know, with the rising and building of castles and kingdoms and stuff like that, and the open world. Until I see that gameplay, then I literally don't care. You can show me the coolest, craziest fucking abilities and particle effects and giantest dragons, but frankly, you're not going to be as pretty as Black Desert Online. You're not going to have the better open world fights than Guild Wars 2. You're not going to have better questing than Final Fantasy 14. You're like, I see nothing that makes this game actually special and good compared to other MMOs. And until I do, then I'm going to stay on the fence. But I'll cover it because it's, you know, it's interesting. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. That's it. Keep that hype alive. My name is Skylent, and I'll see you again next time.